first come to Bedrock in a few months. And we can see it as the start of a new journey. And Jens and Jasper are here to talk more about it.
In the beginning, we would create the art for Minecraft's new features as we were developing them. I made the pixel art for lots of things, and though I enjoyed doing that, I wouldn't call myself an artist. Over time, and after seeing all the cool things players were making, we decided that vanilla Minecraft deserved something better. So we brought in dedicated visual artists to work on the game. World of Colors was the first update to include their work. Minecraft's simple style also encouraged players to create their own textures and shaders to customize the look of the game. Now, we are very excited to show you the next step for Minecraft's visual design. A new look that still stays true to our creative principles. I'm proud to present Vibrant Visuals.
Vibrant Visuals is a visual upgrade of the game. It enhances like all the visuals and everything you see, but it doesn't influence gameplay. When you enter the game, there's an immediate sense of wonder. You see the sun shining through the trees, maybe behind the mountain, maybe through the clouds. It makes the game like have a really epic scale, and it's so much more interesting to explore. You might notice when you look at the blocks that light behaves a bit differently on the textures. This is because we have used a method that allows us to create extra textures for every texture, and this will enhance how the lighting behaves on the block. We have improved like all our emissive textures, so stuff actually glows now, like spider eyes or enderman eyes. In the lush caves, it also looks very, very nice with all the glow berries around there. When you're building your house, you might want to be a little bit pickier now, because you will likely want to make it face the sun. Because compared to before, now the light will actually shine through your windows and light up your room.
In the past, whenever I took screenshots of my own builds, I tended to do them when it was dawn or dusk in the day and night cycle, because that gave the most interesting contrast. Now with Vibrant Visuals, the directional light and the shadows and all the effects will give you a much more opportunity to create very interesting screenshots.
One of my favorite new improvements is the water. Like the water has reflection now and it looks absolutely amazing. The deep dark, the skulk is now emissive and creates a really magical scene. Before it did so as well, but now it's more immersive.
One of my favorite things that the team created is the way shadows align with the grids and pixels. I've not seen that in any other game, and it feels true to Minecraft.
The shadows, they add a lot of good contrast to the world. It helps put everything in context, and it will make the world feel a little bit more familiar. You can also see in the reflections that they're pixelated according to the texture. This is for the sake of consistency, and we think it looks great. So Vibrant Visuals is backwards compatible with all your old worlds. You can just turn it on in the settings. It runs locally, so you can play together with your friends that don't have it activated in the same server.
When we started developing Vibrant Visuals, we felt that it was important to do something new and fresh while keeping it true to vanilla, and I think Jasper and the team did a great job. Though we are sharing the first news of Vibrant Visuals today, we are at the very start of a long journey. We believe this is something very special for the game. We are bringing Vibrant Visuals to a broad range of devices. This graphical upgrade is planned for Java, and we're exploring how to do it. But the first version will be available on compatible Bedrock devices in the coming months. I hope these new features will inspire people to create even more amazing builds.
Time to announce a never-before-seen game drop. It's something completely new, and I must confess I'm very excited about it. It's something that helps you build really big structures. It's something that might make you create a completely new kind of relationship with an existing mob. And it's also something that makes it extra precious to journey through the Minecraft world together with your friends. And it all starts with a rather special and possibly quite sad new block you find in the Nether. More precisely in the soul sand valleys around these familiar, odd-looking bone structures. But if you take a closer look, you might notice something you haven't seen before. It's a bit hard to tell from behind, but if you look from the other side, you will see a sad face that you probably recognize. It's a dried ghast.
The dried ghast is a little bit smaller than a regular block, and well, it has this cute little tentacles on the sides and has this just a little bit grumpy face to it.
It seems very dehydrated. Then you might think that, well, let's put water on it, but there is no water in Nether.
So we can bring it to somewhere where there is water. We'll pick up the block from the Nether, bring it with us from the Nether to our portal, and what better way to rehydrate a dried ghast than just put it in water?
And then we wait. And wait.
A little bit over time is gonna start, first it's grumpy, right? Then it gets neutral, and then it's gonna start smile more and more.
Because then a ghastling is spawned.
It's so cute! It's baby! It's precious, it's baby!
He's smiling, he's happy. So the ghastling just floats around the overworld. I mean, it's a little balloon, basically, right? So yeah, it does what a balloon does. It floats and goes around, but it's also very curious. So it's gonna somewhat imprint over players or mobs and just follow them around a bit until it gets bored, and then it's just gonna, go and follow something else.
This one will not spit fireballs, but you can feed it with something, Agnes.
Yes. It actually is quite fond of snowballs instead, of course.
I think it's so adorable. It's both hydration and cooling down.
And when it grows up, it turns into yet another new thing, which is the happy ghast.
Yeah, the happy ghast is friendly towards the player. It's gonna roam around, fly around. If the ghast brings you fires, the happy ghast brings you smiles.
There's one more thing you can do with happy ghast. You can fly on it.
Which is obviously what you long for when you see your buddy flying around in the sky. You want to go flying with it. So if you craft a harness for your ghast, you can tempt the ghast to come closer with the harness, put the harness on, and jump up on it.
An interesting thing about the harness also is that you can use it as an indicator to see if someone is riding the ghast, because well, it's got these goggles, and if someone is riding it, they go down in front of the eyes.
We have a new neat feature as well, Agnes, the locator bar, right?
Yes, so we have a new feature, the locator bar, which you see like at the bottom of the screen, and there you can see kind of in which direction your friends are. So then like when you're out flying on the happy ghast, for example, and want to find your friend, you see, okay, I should travel here. You can actually be up to 4 players on the happy ghast, so you can fly on it together.
So you can be the passenger princess on my ghast.
Of course.
I think the happy ghast is gonna be a great tool for our survival builders because it's a bit like being in creative mode, but in survival, right? You have this platform that allows you to position wherever you want in the sky, and then you can just dismount and build from the position you are at, which is super convenient when working on mega builds or sky bases or tall towers. Is super, super handy.
What I like is the opportunity we have with all these things. We have the dried ghast with all of its decorative implications, the ghastling, which is livening up a base, which is just lovely. Then there is the happy ghast with all of the shenanigans you can do with the PvP, the construction, racing, and so many more things.
Very soon, players will be able to try out these new features in snapshot betas and previews, and we are so excited to see all the feedback we're gonna get.